I'm going to be showing you three things. First, how to eliminate pop sound between cuts. So by that, cut is when you, after splitting or trimming your clip into pieces, sometimes you have a pop or click sound between those between two cuts. And that is not professional to have it there. You have to be able to eliminate it, and then we'll see how to do that. Secondly, proper framing between cuts. As a result of splitting your clips into pieces, the clip tends to jump, you see, and you that is where framing comes in. That helps you to smoothen out the transition from one cut to another cut. And lastly, I'll be showing you just a tip, a general tip that will help in color grading, adjusting the color or the look of your image. For instance, let's compare between these two clip. Here is one, say here is a color, and here is um, another one that has been color graded. You see the difference between here. It looks raw. The lighting is not sitting well on the skin, right? But the second one, you can see that it has been properly adjusted. All right, so let me show you an example of the pop sound in this click.
If you have a problem with rebuilding trust,
You hear that sound there. There's a click sound um, in between that the cut there.
in trust,
Yeah, so that is as a result of a cut from a cut that existed between or that exists between them. Here you see, so from here to here there is a click sound. So that sound is not professional to have it there, so we have to eliminate it, and there are ways you can go about it. First, between cuts, let me split this into two. If I have this splitted, I have another split, then another split, right? So there is a possibility of having the click sound between these cuts.
building trust, overcoming past betrayals,
All right, so there is the possibility of having that sound between them. So how do you get rid of them? For this, because this is already an edited clip, and that has been rendered, so the sometimes the click sound or the pop sound is standing alone, as in this case is standing alone, and you can easily just cut it out. You see, by zooming in and looking at the audio wave, you can easily tell. You see, so you can easily tell where the pop sound is and cut it out. So probably that is what we will be doing in this case. So between these
building trust,
and these, there is the sound.
up,
The
up,
sound is right there. So what I'll do is simply cut out or trim out that sound.
up,
So I will delete left, because the sound is to the left of this particular clip. The sound is to the left of this particular clip. Somewhere here we have the sound. Let's listen to it. All right, so I will simply delete left, and the sound should be taken care of already. Let's play again to confirm that
rebuilding trust, overcoming
it's
past
gone.
betrayals,
All right, so the sound is gone, but generally after splitting your clip, you have to pay attention that such sound doesn't exist. Otherwise, the other way you can eliminate such sound for sure is by fading in and out between courts. This is what I mean by that. This is a clip. This is another clip because you have splitted them into two. All right. So what you do to this first clip is to fade out, and the other clip you fade in. Why you are fading out this? Because you need to lower the volume towards the end of this particular piece, and then lower the volume towards at the beginning of this particular clips. That way, the clash between sound as a result of cuts between them will become insignificant. Right. So how do you fade in and out? Let's fade out. To fade out, you simply click on the clip, and then come here, locate audio, click on audio, on basic, and you fade out by increasing how many seconds out you want to fade. So I'll do just 2 seconds out or 3 seconds, but two is enough. So that way, towards the end of this piece becomes low. As you can see in the waveform here, the volume is lower here.
Prayers.
Yeah. So then I'll come on this other piece and fade in. I'll fade in also maybe 2 seconds in too. So that way, if there is supposed to be a clash between this the audio of these two pieces as a result of the chord, would have become insignificant. All right. So that is one way to um, eliminate the pop or click sound as a result of cuts in CapCut. All right, so that is one. The second point is proper framing. So as a result of cutting or splitting your clip into pieces, you notice that these clips jumps. There is a jump between the clips. Let's take for instance this particular clip.
Demonstrating reliability,
So you can notice the jump
dynamics, increased
after it because
conflicts and misunderstandings. But don't give
yeah, that
up.
is as a
There
result
is
of and that
hope
is
for
not
you. Here
professional.
is what you
That is
should
not
do.
professional. That is where framing comes in. Framing helps you to change the size of the clip so that instead of jumping it becomes a change of shot size. You understand? So shot size, we have close shot, we have wide shot, we have close up, you see. So that way it becomes, instead of a jump, there becomes changing of shot size. And so if not done properly, it can even lead to a very unprofessional result whereby the video will be jumping really hard. As in this case, you can see
Reliability,
the video
strain relationship dynamics,
simply, moving or
increased
jumping
conflicts and
awkwardly.
misunderstandings. But don't
Let me show you a um, properly done framing.
with rebuilding trust, overcoming
You
past
see, this is like a wide shot, and then it moves to a close. You see a closer shot, then there is
reliability, strain relationship dynamics, increased conflicts and misunderstandings. But don't give up. There is hope for you.
oh, sorry about that. I was going to show you this for proper framing. So for proper framing, you
Ongoing
look at this.
suspicion and doubt, increased
All right.
conflicts and
So you see the movement.
misunderstandings, they ensure
So
you
rather than just jumping, you can see that the in between the cuts we have the picture becomes either closer or become wider. So that way it simply appears to be a change of shot and not just jumping. It just appears to be a change of shot. I'm going to show you one more
ongoing
time.
suspicion and doubt,
Comes
increased
in,
conflicts and misunderstandings, they
comes even
ensure
inner,
you one
right? Then it goes
demonstrate
out.
trust in all interactions
and
to
out.
rebuild.
All right, so those change of shot are what we mean by framing, changing of the frame size. So it's smoothing out those cuts between the clips. So how do you achieve that? How do you achieve that? Let's use this for example. Let's use this for example. So I'm going to, after splitting, for instance, after splitting your clip, in the appropriate places, cutting out the pauses and unwanted place. So as a result, you will have jump. You see, so you need to eliminate the jump by changing the frame size. How do you change the frame size? By scaling up and down. The frame size can be changed by scaling up. This is the scale. You have, once you clip on any of the clip, the basic tool comes out, and you have your basic where you can transform. Under the transform, you have scale, you have position X towards the X axis, and then towards the Y axis, that is horizontal, vertical and the horizontal. So these are the two tools you'll be needing, is the scale and the Y axis, to achieve proper framing. So let's frame between these two clip, for instance. Let's frame between these two clip. All right, so this is already 100% scale, and the y-axis is 0. So you scale up, because there's a jump. You see, because there's a jump between the chords, so I'll smoothing down out by scaling up, that is changing the shot size of the second clip. By scaling it up, I can scale it up by just 30%, so it becomes 130. You see, the previous one is um, uh, 100, and this is 130. So now after scaling it up to 130, you see that the head is already cut out. In order to rectify that, that is where the x-axis comes in. You need to bring it down. How do you bring it down? That means just need to bring it down towards negative, right? So I just do minus negative, let me use 100 and see how far it goes. Negative 100. All right, so yeah, and that's appropriate. I can even go a little bit downward, negative 120. All right, so now let's play from the previous one and see how it changes.
Conflicts and
You
misunderstandings.
see, that is simply a change of frame rather than just jumping. Look at the difference between
Overcoming past
this.
betrayers.
You see?
And with rebuilding trust.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to show you here.
Overcoming past betrayers.
Alright, so here it's just jumping.
Demonstrating reliability.
Right, but here you can see it is a change of frame from a wide frame, then
Conflicts
becomes
and misunderstandings.
closer. Alright, so and that's smoothing out the cuts. Now let's see the last aspect of it, which is just a general tip for color grading. Now looking at this image, like I said, the light on the skin is not sitting well, right? See, it's kind of shouting on the skin. So what do? You might want, so you click on the clip. This is the clip, and go to adjustments on the tool, and then from the adjustments you can find, these are the tools to work with. We have the exposure. The exposure gives it more light when you go forward, or reduces the light when you go backward. The contrast also works with the light in a different way. But the ones I'm going to be showing you that are very key is the exposure. If the image is dark, you can move the exposure up a little to give it more light. You see, but this particular image, the problem is not dark, but to have the light evenly sitting on the skin. So I think that will be a matter of shadow. Shadow is a very key tool in color grading. So I'll bring down the shadow on the skin. See, that way we are kind of getting a natural feel of this of the human skin, right? So the shadow of the light is going out. You see, this is more or less like a natural skin of the image. So that way, as a result of the shadow, we have some the image kind of look dark, right? Then I can maybe push up the exposure a little, just a little. I can also work on the background, because the background is supposed to be black. I can bring in a little bit of black by, you see, bringing down the blackness, right? So just a little. All right, -4, -2. All right, so I'll leave it there, right? So the tools that are very key: the shadow, maybe the black, the exposure, the contrast tool might be key, but depending on how the light feels on the skin, you will be able to move these tools, right? I hope that gives you some basic hints on how to adjust the look and the feel of your image. Right, thank you.